Sheldon Richman, welcome you to this little broadcast here. We are Liberty.me and the Foundation for the Future of Freedom have kind of hooked up to do some live seminars, and you're speaking this coming Tuesday. Is that right?
That's right. It's the third Tuesday of the month at 8 p.m. Eastern for 1 hour with audience participation, questions and answers, and conversation. Under the auspices of the Future Freedom Foundation and Liberty.me.
So yeah, I'm thrilled by that. We've had good audiences in the past. So I'm hoping for a good turnout this next Tuesday night. Your topic is the liberal or libertarian anti-war tradition.
That's correct. We live in a time of war, perpetual war. The United States is constantly at war, mostly in the Middle East these days. We've got a new war against Syria now going on. And renewed war against the Iraqis, while the Afghanistan and Yemen and Somalia and who knows what else is going on. Count the covert actions, an endless list perhaps. I wanted to point out to libertarians, but also the world at large, that there's a strong anti-militarist tradition that goes back hundreds of years, and those are the radical liberals, or the people we call today libertarians. Just about every big name in our pantheon had something very harsh to say about the state's war-making power. I'm going to concentrate on Herbert Spencer, who's a wonderful figure and in many ways just a great thinker, and so badly misunderstood and maligned. And I think a lot of that is not innocent. I think there are people who have bashed Spencer knowing full well that they were lying about him, because he's nothing like the caricature you're liable to find in say textbooks or articles, say at Salon, Salon.com or someplace like that.
One of the strangest things when you look at this anti-militarist tradition on the sort of within the liberal pantheon, as you say, is how after World War II militarism and free enterprise came to be sort of hooked together as a kind of united cause. That's an aberration, isn't it?
That is an aberration. It was sort of an accident of history. The libertarians of the 30s, let's say, found themselves in an alliance against first the New Deal, the domestic policies that we know as the New Deal under Franklin Roosevelt. There was objection to increasing bureaucratization of life, of the economy, centralized in Washington. So there was this alliance that was more than tacit. I mean, they realized they were an alliance together. This is sometimes called the old right, this group of people, Robert Taft being the most well-known politician of this group, but a lot of them were just writers, editorial writers, activists of various kinds. And then when the World War II, when Roosevelt started in being involved in his covert activities to get the U.S. involved in World War II, there was the same alliance opposed that. There was this anti-militarist tradition carried through there. Then Pearl Harbor came along, and sort of that fell apart, and the U.S. did go to war, and most Americans were enthusiastic about that war. And then afterwards, of course, you have the Soviet Union, and the liberals, the radical liberals, libertarians, and the conservatives, of course, both opposed communism, opposed Soviet communism, and they differed depending on individual cases. They differed on whether the Soviet threat was actually a real threat to the American people or even to Western Europe. But the conservatives for the most part, saying yes. But a lot of libertarians and libertarian types, like say Felix Morley, to pick out a name, did not believe the American people were really under any kind of existential threat from the Soviet Union. But nevertheless, that alliance kind of carried on. It was very uneasy, and it started to fall apart as libertarians realized that it's very easy for politicians to hoodwink the people into a war mentality by inflating threats and other kinds of dangers. Well, that's what we're seeing today. So I'm trying to school people, libertarians and otherwise, that there is this tradition which we need to be familiar with, because we are like, how many wars are we going to fight in the Middle East before we wake up?
Well, I'm really looking forward to this class, and I'm going to have a lot of questions for you, I think, on Tuesday night, because it's very exciting, and I can't think of anybody better to cover this this broad sweep of history you're talking about. I'm looking forward to learning more about Herbert Spencer in particular. So
I'm looking forward to being there. It'll be great.
Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday.
Thank you, Jeff.
All the best, Sheldon.